Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another comic book review. Today we're going to take a look at Superman Year 1, written by Frank Miller and drawn by John Romita Jr. And it was a 3-book miniseries by the DC Black Label, which is very interesting because, as you see, this is an oversized book. And another DC Black Label book I have is The Batman Last Night on Earth by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. And just for comparisons purposes, look how big the Superman book is compared to that. This is the size of a normal comic book. This is oversized. And the Black Label series is very interesting because you see here, these are $7.99. It's oversized. It's 96 pages, and there's no ads in it, as is these Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo books. This is $5.99, no ads. And the thing with them is they're square bound. And it was interesting to see them launch that last year. And so far there's been, I think, a Wonder Woman series that's going on. There is the Sean Gordon Murphy Batman series that is going on. There was a Harley Quinn book that was going on. And so it's interesting. They've had top tier talent. I mean, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. You would think Frank Miller is top tier talent. I mean, from doing the Dark Knight Returns, from doing the Daredevil books, to doing 300 and Sin City and all these other books. And I respect Frank Miller. He's a legend in the comic book world. And John Romita Jr. has certainly lost his way. So we're going to get into that. Based on the cover, I mean, the cover's okay here. It's billed as Year 1 Superman in his first year of fighting crime. So you're going to draw him looking a little younger. This is issue 1. Issue 2 is a little strange there. He's fighting a monster with his all's might. And then this is just, there's nothing there. It's just Superman holding something up, but it's like, that's all you're going to see of Superman? I don't quite get it. So we're going to go in here. As far as the story's concerned, it's okay. But, so you're going to have, Krypton getting destroyed. And a lot of the proportions are very strange. So you're going to send young Clark Kent, Kal-El, and his father finds him here. And, I mean, look at the face. It's very strange with the proportions of John Romita Jr. You see right there. I mean, look at how small the hands are. Does he have 4 fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, he's got 5. You can barely see the pinky. Very strange. As far as the story goes, it's okay. I mean, it's what you'd expect with a baby Superman. But, like, he looks like a bobblehead there. I mean, what happened to John Romita Jr.? I need to know. What, the dead eyes? He kind of looks like a action figure doll almost. I don't quite get it. So as it goes on, he's going to school, and he's fighting off the bullies and stuff, and is showing feelings for Lana Lang and all sorts of other things. But like I said, the proportions are very strange with the head being so large compared to the rest of his body. And as far as the story is concerned, at the end here is when I liked it, because you have the bullies ganging up on the kids and Lana Lang, and Clark Kent shows his powers there, that he can fly, and saves the day. And the story's okay, but just the art is very lackluster with the faces and the proportions and whatnot. And it ends with Clark Kent telling his parents that he was going to join the Naval Academy, which I thought would be a very interesting story to follow, but sadly I was very wrong. Because in issue 2 here, it starts out with him in the Naval Academy, and like I said, the art is just, it's nothing really special. You'd expect more from John Romita Jr. And so he's doing his basic training and stuff, and he's sort of showing off his powers. He's showing how he can breathe underwater here, and he sees this mermaid. And he's down in Atlantis following this mermaid, and basically he's showing feelings for the mermaid. He's in love with her since he saw her. And one of his other, I guess the sergeant here is saying that all the men have gone AWOL in search of the mermaids. And again, doing the fighting and stuff and trying to suppress his powers to prove that he's not really as powerful as he's making it seem. Then I guess he's fighting the Taliban and is able to defeat them without killing them, without pulling the trigger. And then he's just like, all right, guys, I'm leaving. I'm going AWOL now. I'm going to go into the ocean. And so he goes and meets the mermaid and starts making out and kissing the mermaid. And he falls in love with the mermaid. Superman is not hanging out with mermaids. I'm sorry. He's fighting Lex Luthor and all the villains. And, you know, I guess this is okay as far as Superman, like the muscular build. But something about the face is just, I don't quite get it. I don't know what's happened to John Romita Jr. So then he's fighting all these people down there for the good of the mermaid. And Superman is not risking his life to fight mermaid, to make out with mermaids. It's just not the way it is. And I guess the king is all pissed off at him, and he's able to defeat the king, and then he makes out with all the mermaids. Fighting tentacle monsters. Craziness. There you go. Look, they're going to end the book by him hanging out in Atlantis. Absolute crazy. So book 2 sucked. And then you have book 3, which also is okay. I'm going to give this a resounding okay to bad. But you have Lois Lane. You have, that's a pretty good page right there. But he saves Lois Lane here. And it cuts to, you get appearances from Batman and Wonder Woman here. And the story kind of reminds me of, you know, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. In that Batman is trying to get Superman. And you see, this is something Superman would do in year 1 where he is, you know, saving a child running out in the street with the ball and a car coming his way. So he saves the child. Oh, and here's Batman tied all these people up. And basically Lex Luthor is putting Batman against Superman again, just like that movie. And this is more heroic stuff that Superman would be doing as year 1, saving children, which is what I would expect. But when you're doing a 3-issue limited series, why would you waste so much time hanging out with mermaids? Could have done so much more with this series. Could have done something like a Batman year 1. That's actually a pretty good shot in the rain. And a nice silhouette of Batman there. And I just want to show you Wonder Woman. So Batman. Oh, the Joker makes an appearance. Because, yeah, the Joker and Lex Luthor are collaborating together. Like I said, Batman and Superman, just like the movie, fighting against each other because Lex Luthor is putting them against each other. And then, no more. And then Wonder Woman comes in, just like the movie. And she looks strange there, too. This whole panel, this whole page doesn't look very good at all. Batman looks okay. Superman's whatever. And then, I don't know what's going on with Wonder Woman. I don't know. I don't know what's up with John Romita Jr. So they get it all resolved, and that's it. The never-ending battle begins. Insanity. So, because of all those bad books, I wanted to show you some actual good art of Superman. First of which, in Batman Hush, when Poison Ivy is controlling, this is art by Jim Lee, story by Jeff Lobb, and you have Superman being controlled by Poison Ivy, going against Batman. Great art by Jim Lee. Going back and forth here. It seems like Superman and Batman are always fighting each other at some point or another. And this is how Superman should be drawn. Actual good art there. Right there with Batman. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This is a great story, Batman Hush. It's the same. I saw the animated movie of Hush, and it wasn't very good. They changed a lot of it. And then in the back here, they have the whole crew of the heroes, and you have Superman in the distance. Great artwork by Jim Lee. Also, I want to show you All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Great artwork of Superman. This is a great book. If you're not really into Superman, it kind of gets you up to speed, and it's an Elseworlds type of story. So we have that. Then Superman Unchained by Scott Snyder and Jim Lee. Again, Jim Lee, great artist. Can't deny it. Look at that shot right there of Superman. Absolutely incredible. So you got that. And then here real quick with Infinite Crisis by Jeff Johns, Paul Jimenez, George Perez, Jerry Ordway, Ivan Reyes, and Andy Lanning. This was, I think, the event that started New 52. I don't remember. Oh, look at that. Introduction by Dan Dio. And Superman. I mean, great Superman artwork. And I just don't quite know what happened with our friend John Romita Jr. So I'm trying to figure it out. I have a lot of these trade paperback collected editions because there's Sinestro and Cheetah. I kind of liked Infinite Crisis. It was pretty good. So I have a lot of these trade paperback books because they're just easier and more worth your money than buying single issues. And I bought this. The first one came out in September, and I bought issue 1. I thought it was okay, aside from the artwork. The story was okay, and so I wanted to keep going with it. And I got to issue 2, and it was total craziness. So then, like I said, I already got the first 2. It's a 3-issue series. Let's check out issue 3. And I was not impressed at all. However, I was impressed with this Elseworlds Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Batman last night on Earth. You got Bane and Scarecrow. And I think it was Batman Omega or whatever was his name or something. So, good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. What happened to John Romita Jr.? Let me know in the comments down below. And everyone have a great day. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Bye.